Richard C. Meyer of Comics Matter with your boy Zach released his latest anti-Eric July video about recent printer errors in Rippaverse books. Before we go into today's video, a quick word from me. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more content like this. And if you're in the market for indie comics, please check out RoadWarriorDrake.com, where you can get copies of my two graphic novels, Street Champion Road Warrior Drake and Beast Citizen Road Warrior Drake, in hardcover, paperback, and yes, manga versions. Meyer recently uploaded a video in which he went into Eric July's recent printer mishaps. The second one is the one being discussed in my video, but the first one adds context onto why this is being brought up by the anti-Rippa people.
All of the fucking responses would have just been like, well, Zach, you have to understand this, and it's not something I have to understand because it's completely wrong. And it goes something like this. For the second time in 1 year, really for the second time in like 3 months, Eric July shipped thousands of misprinted books. An entire print run for 2 separate books that were all misprinted. Not a couple of them have a rip on some of the pages. Every single one is misprinted. Now, the first time they caught this and they decided to ship it anyway, and he lied and he said the mistake was a bold cinematic vision, which was splitting a double-page spread over 2 pages. What actually happened is he put an ad in there. It offset the pages. So now the double-page spread has a page turn in, which defeats the entire purpose of a double-page spread. All of his meat writers that he retweets every day, nobody challenged him on it, lying to literally all of his customers of that book. Well, lying to all of his customers, but you understand what I'm saying.
The error he is talking about here is a double-page spread in July's Bloodruth on opposite sides of a page, not a traditional double-page spread. July has stated this is meant to be a creative decision. I have no reason not to take Eric on his word here, but assuming he's telling the truth, such creative decisions don't translate well in comic format. At worst, he may be lying about the layout on the spread. At best, he made a creative choice that didn't pan out well. Either way, it's gotten people talking about Bloodruth more than they're talking about the average Comicsgate book, for better or for worse. Now we go to the second printer error.
Now he just found out that he shipped a second book where they are all misprinted. And this one, by his own word, was an error in the layout, which he created. Now, what's muddied the waters is people are saying, oh, since the printer misprinted it, they have to reimburse him. No. Not if he sent them a wonky layout and approved the proofs.
In the Rippaverse's latest release, Zalen, a layout error was discovered in all the books that were shipped to the customers. Richard C. Meyer either intentionally misrepresented what Eric July actually said, or he didn't hear what July said. According to Meyer, Eric acknowledged a layout error in the proof and still went ahead for printing, or didn't notice the layout error during proof and greenlit the printing without realizing the mistake. Listen with your own words what Eric said.
To be completely transparent, our art directors actually caught this during the proofing stage. The problem was raised before full production. However, we were assured by our pre-press team that it wouldn't be an issue. That was incorrect. So not only did pre-press give us a green light, but the printer didn't catch the problem during all phases, even in binding. Ultimately though, the responsibility is ours either way.
So Eric's team caught the layout error and alerted the printers before printing that the layout needed to be fixed. The printers said it wouldn't be a problem and it would be fixed prior to mass printing. The printers went ahead with the proof while not fixing the layout error they were already made aware of, printed the books with the faulty layout, and then Eric shipped them to customers. Should Eric have caught the error prior to shipping? Sure. But if the books were already packaged and ready to ship, and Eric had reason to believe that the books will be printed correctly, then it's understandable why he didn't catch it. And it's more understandable when you take into account he intends to refund customers who got the misprinted books. This is something Richard C. Meyer should know something about. Printers' errors happen all the time. It happened to Meyer himself in one of his books, Pandemic.
Right here, and you got the staple there. There's this panel. What do you notice about this panel? because I didn't notice anything, and I saw it like 30 times before it went to print.
The panel in question showed the perspective lines were left in. Meyer admits he didn't catch the error until a reviewer pointed it out. And even more shocking, not only did no one on Meyer's creative team catch the error, but he had the book sent to, as he claims, comic book professionals, and they didn't catch the error.
Then Dan Fan noticed something amazing that I didn't notice, and the entire team didn't notice. And then this is where it gets crazy. I showed it to people with experience in the comic book industry. And nobody saw the error. Even when I narrowed it down, I showed them just this panel. I go, do you see it? Nobody saw it. Well, no, I actually showed these 3 panels, but I specified that the problem was in this panel. They didn't see it. I didn't see it until I watched Dan Fan's video review on my TV, and I got to see it. Huge.
Meyer fixed the error and printed a couple thousand more copies of Pandemic with the error fixed. But this underlines a huge problem among creators in the independent space who rather spend more time spotlighting errors in their peers' work and making a full-time job doing it. Granted, criticism has always been a part of the scene, and yes, one panel in a book as opposed to an entire book is different, but a printer error is still a printer error, and actions to fix the error and do right by your customers should be the end-all of the conversation. But while Richard C. Meyer is allowed to fix his errors without criticism, Eric July is not, and the fact that Meyer had this happen to him, albeit on a smaller scale, is hypocritical, two-faced even. Printer errors are not uncommon in comic book publishing. One of the most famous printer errors can be found in Spawn #1. There are countless essays, videos, detailing some printer errors in the inaugural Spawn comic. Please check out my video, Spawn and Godzilla Debunk This Live from Comicsgate, for more information on the production of Spawn #1. Humility is sorely lacking in this space. At the same time, Eric July should know and understand when questions about printing or a layout pop up more than once in his books, he should pull his team together and devise a strategy going forward so this doesn't happen again, and that would include not making creative choices that inspire more questions rather than help move the story. These are my 2 cents. What are your thoughts? Please comment below, and thank you for watching this video. Please take care.